Major is a Terran player and member of Team 6 Jacks who's relatively new to the scene. He's coached by Artosis and has proven he can play with, and in many cases beat, some of the best Starcraft 2 has to offer. In this tip of the week, we check out 3 killer builds from this rising Starcraft Pro. In Game 2 from the 2011 Columbus event between Major and Tyler, Major uses a fast expansion build that transitions into a heavy bio army composition. Major opens the game by blocking his ramp with 2 supply depots and a lone barracks, denying Tyler's scout, leaving him in the dark. This is a key aspect to the build. Tyler doesn't know if Major's doing a fast expansion build or an all-in build like a Cloak Banshee rush. After successfully denying Tyler's scouting probe, Major throws down a command center and begins building a bunker to defend his natural. Constructing a bunker is key at this point since the only units a Terran player has to defend are Marines. Major maintains his economic lead over Tyler by throwing down a 3rd base around the 10-minute mark. Major never lets up on his Marine and Marauder production. He also keeps up with his medevac count, which is key to surviving engagements with the Protoss army and your own stims. When Major sees Tyler's heavy Colossi army, he throws down a 2nd starport, allowing higher Viking production and continued medevac support. Major's early 2nd base secures his economic lead, allowing him to produce more units and maintain an economic advantage. Ultimately, Major wins the game by having the economic advantage and waiting for Tyler to strike at him rather than striking out himself. In build number 2, Major goes for his trademark fast expand build, quickly getting a 2nd command center up and running. This strategy works well against Protoss, allowing the Terran player to gain an early economic lead. As long as you hold off early pressure from your opponent, you will have a significant mid and late game advantage. Major scouts and controls 1 base starport void raid pressure and proceeds to only build Marines, which do well against early game Protoss units. If Major had gone with a Marauder or Reaper build, the game would have turned out much differently. By picking off multiple void raids and having decisive unit control, Major forces in control to GG. Here's a tip for the fast expand build. Never underestimate the Marines and do your best to cut the void raid numbers down, preventing them from reaching a critical mass. Finally, in build number 3, Major gets a slight economic advantage early on with another fast expansion. He begins constructing a healthy number of Marines and Marauders, knowing Axlav loves to put 3-gate pressure on Terran players. Around the 8-minute mark, Major engages the push from Axlav, taking out a good number of Axis sentries, the key units in a Protoss ground army. With this move, Major is able to handle the pressure from 2 fronts. In Major's main, Axlav drops Zealots with the Warp Prism. He also simultaneously pushes on Major's natural with Stalkers and Sentries. This inflicts significant damage to Major's economy, killing his workers. Major's able to make up lost ground by grabbing the gold expansion and pulling multi-pronged drops and quick attacks. He denies Axlav's further expansion while also forcing him to stay in his base in order to defend against Major's drops. Major shows great skill microing his units, controlling multiple fronts at the same time, and knowing when to engage or retreat. This tactic allows him to come back from a significant disadvantage and take the win.